Next topic is energy changes in chemical reaction. So we know that the various types of atoms in a molecule are held together by an electrical force that are termed as bond, right? So during a chemical reaction, these old bonds are broken and the new bonds are formed to produce a new substance, right? So energy must be applied or supplied, or the energy must be released from that bond. So to exist a bond, we must need energy to be supplied here, or to produce a new bond, and energy must be released from that substance. So there must be a change, change in heat in that process. So the heat change is denoted as delta H. H that symbolize heat, and delta symbolize the changes in heat here. So del H represents the changes of heat, or we can say heat change. Okay. So the heat change is represented as del H in a chemical reaction. So on the basis of the energy changes during a chemical reaction, we divided the reaction into two categories. First one is exothermic reaction and the second one is endothermic reaction. So in exothermic reaction, the energy is given to the surroundings usually in the form of heat. So there should be a rise in temperature in that reaction. So in an exothermic reaction, energy released in that reaction, and there must be a production of heat, and the heat must be changed during the whole process of the reaction. So the heat change is denoted as delta H. So here the energy released in that reaction, so the heat change is negative in that process, and the new bond must be produced during the reaction. So here bond formation occurs. If we take an example of the production of magnesium oxide, we know that magnesium oxide is produced from magnesium and oxide. So if magnesium combined with oxygen, it produced a bond between them. We know that there must be a electrostatic bond between the magnesium and oxygen to produce a magnesium oxide compound. So a strong bond is formed during the formation of magnesium oxide. So here must produce some heat, and it must produce a energy. So here heat energy produced during that total process of the production of magnesium oxide. So in the exothermic reaction, heat energy must be produced and bond formation occurs during that process. Okay, the next one is endothermic reaction. So in endothermic reaction, the heat is taken in from the surroundings, and usually in the form of heat. So there must be a fall in temperature in that process. So in an endothermic reaction, energy absorbed during the reaction and heat must be absorbed in that reaction. So the changes in heat, that is the delta H, must be positive, and here the bond breakdown occurs. So there must be a bond should be broken down during the whole process. If we take an example of the breakdown of NaCl, so we know that sodium and chlorine are combined together to form NaCl. So if they broke down, so they produce Na plus and Cl minus ion, and there must be a electrostatic bond between the Na and Cl to form a NaCl compound. So if this bond is broken down, so there must be heat absorption occur. So there must be a changes in energy. So here energy is absorbed during the whole process of the breakdown of NaCl. So in an endothermic reaction, the heat change is positive and there must be a bond broken in that process. So this is the two types of reaction, that is exothermic and endothermic reaction, and we notice that in exothermic reaction a bond must be formed and in endothermic reaction a bond must be broken down during the whole process. So this is the differences between exothermic and endothermic reaction, and the main differences is here the heat change must be negative and here the heat change must be positive. Okay, so this is the end of your unit 1 syllabus. So if you have any doubt, so please ask me, and study the whole syllabus more precisely and practice the formation of this bond or covalent bond or different types of compound and their formation. And thank you.